Formerly a top performer and a handsomely paid banker, he was nothing short of opportunities. He was always skeptical. Oh, sorry, he was always, pardon me, he was also skeptical of the network marketing industry, until he attended a global convention, just one similar to this, that changed his mind. He
Yes,
understood the difference between being an elite in the corporate world and being a true global entrepreneur. Through the new skin opportunity, together with the Success Together system, he was able to redeem his time for his family as well as achieving his dreams.
indeed. From a high flyer in the corporate world, he took the courage to embrace a new opportunity, believing that he and his family deserves more. Now he's leading a fast-growing network in many countries, creating success stories and transforming lives everywhere. Today, he will share with us why New Skin is the perfect platform that can rewrite your destinies as well. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Circle of Excellence 1, Mr. Alan Tan.
Hello, all my ST brothers and sisters. How are you guys feeling? I hope you guys are feeling fantastic because today we've come to the second day of our LTS. And my name is Alan. I'm very, very happy to be able to do the sharing with you. And I really want to thank the system and all the crews. This morning when I was doing the rehearsal, I could see all the crews. They really put in the 200 to even 300%, and we are very, very fortunate because we belong to this team called Success Together. All right, so all brothers and sisters, for those who have never heard of my story, I'm just going to share with you a little bit of my background, okay? Prior to me coming to Success Together and New Skin, I was a banker in Singapore, based in Singapore for the last 13 years. And I work. My call of duty was to look after the high net worth clients who are predominantly around Asia, and most of them they put the money in Singapore, and because of that, I was given the title of a relationship manager. So I look after the client's portfolio, that they have with the bank. Now, if you ask me, did I enjoy my job? Yes, honestly, I get to fly around. I get to see high net worth clients. I get to learn a lot from all the high net worth clients. And most importantly, for me, this is like a dream job. A lot of people are looking for this kind of job, because offshore banking is at that point in time, it was a growing sector, and it was a lucrative business, and I make good income. Maybe a lot of your friends, over here, can you tell from my look? Do I look like I love MLM? Actually, I hated MLM. So at a very point in time, I'm very, very thankful because I met my angels over here, and later, of course, I'm going to show you who my angels are. I really want to thank all these angels who changed me. Now, when I look back, if I stayed continue to stay in the private banking sector, how my life is going to turn out to be, and we all know, this 2 years pandemic has really changed a lot of people's lives. And most of the time I was just thinking, right? Because back then, when I was working in the banks, I could go back to office, I could go back to retrieve my customers' information. I really can't imagine if I have to work from home and imagine, watching the client's position 24/7 and all that, it will be crazy, right? And more importantly, over here, I've prepared a short little video, as a start for you guys to watch about literally what happened in the last 2 years. Okay, let's enjoy.
Ich dachte, Corona geht weg, aber das bleibt noch.
Für mich ist das schon eine halbe Ewigkeit mit dem Corona.
Alle meine Masken finde ich toll. Weil die Masken schützen vielleicht manche vor Corona. Ich habe Angst vor Corona, weil Corona kann die Leute sterben lassen.
Meine Freunde sind halt doch nicht geimpft, also fürchte ich, dass sie Corona bekommen können.
Vor Corona war ganz viel anders, dass man sich mit seinen Freunden treffen kann, mehr zusammen sein konnten, dass man nicht die Masken tragen musste.
Wir wollten zu Silvester zu der Familie meiner Mutter, die in der Schweiz lebt, aber das können wir wahrscheinlich nicht, weil Schweiz zum Hochrisikogebiet erklärt wurde.
Eine von meinen Omas, die wohnt in Amerika und sie war 2 Jahre nicht mehr hier. Ich würde mich gerne impfen lassen. Einen Tag nach der Impfung geht es ihnen ein bisschen schlecht. Sonst ist alles eigentlich normal, glaube ich. Das dauert nur 1 Sekunde, bis man fertig ist.
Meine Eltern haben sich informiert, dann haben sie sich geimpft, dann habe ich mich einfach auch geimpft.
Ich wünsche mir, dass Corona weg ist. Dass Corona weggeht und dass ich meine Oma wieder sehe.
Ich würde mir wünschen, dass mehr Leute geimpft sind und ich verstehe halt auch, warum man die Maske über die Nase haben will.
Es kann ja nicht für immer ja Corona geben. Ich will ihn wegschießen.
Wow. Okay. So I think I really enjoy kids sharing, because we all know that kids do not tell lie, right? I think these 2 years, the virus, the pandemic has actually affected a lot, not just for work, but more importantly with the family relations, especially, if you come from a foreign land, if you're staying in a foreign land, you are separated from your family, you're separated from your dad, from your mom, and the quality of the life deteriorate, as you work. The work is just piling up, and a lot of people, there's such a thing called the Great Resignation. I think recently some of you guys have probably heard about this Great Resignation. So the Great Resignation, also known as the Big Quit, is an economic trend in which employees voluntarily resign from their job en masse. Okay, beginning in early 2021, primarily in US. Okay, and what does it tell us about this? So 41% of US workers have difficulty setting work and personal life boundaries, because in the past it's very different. When you go to work, you go to work. When you go home, it's about your time. But right now, because everyone is working from home, your time is just the office time. Okay, and 44% of the workers said that they felt pressure to be reachable at all times. Can you imagine? While you're staying at home, you're also staying in your office. And because of that, right, your boss has the right to call you, your customers has got the right to call you, your technical centers has got the right to call you, everyone has got the right to call you. So you're literally working 24/7. Yeah. And of course, over here, if you look at the last slide, it's 55% of workers, they plan to get a new job. Okay, why? Because everyone is literally burnt out. So I'm thinking, at the back of my head, if I stayed in the banking, had I stayed for the last 10 years in the banking, I'll probably age a lot faster. I'll probably my world actually turned upside down, inside out. And can you imagine if I want to look for a new job, would that be so easy? Because I'm not young anymore. So if I have to look for a new job, I'll probably have to settle for a pay cut, and I'll be thinking, how my life will be affected and how my family's life will be affected. Now, as we look at this is what we call the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And over here it says, right, the physiological needs is, of course, it's at the bottom. You settle your food, you settle your water, warm, and rest, and etc. Now, once you get your basic needs, whereby security and safety, once you meet that, you're looking for physiological needs, okay, whereby you're looking for prestige and feelings of accomplishments, as well as intimate relationship and friends and a sense of togetherness. Now, when you have all this and all the above, right, actually what you're looking for is actually self-fulfillment, is in what we call the self-actualization. Actually, this is what all the human beings are looking for. You don't just want a job, because in the past, prior to the pandemic, right, everyone is worried about the job. But right now, the funny thing is everyone got a job and they're fed up with the job. And they quit the job. Why? It's not because of the pay anymore. It's about the quality of life. It's about life purpose. It's about what they really want in life. This really set me to think, if I stayed in where I am, where will I be right now? Okay. So this pandemic has actually taught us one thing, the importance of health, the importance of low risk business, the importance of passive income, and more importantly, the importance of happiness. Because at the end of it, if you're not happy, if you don't serve your well-being, even though you have a job, you still quit your job. Okay. So actually, have we noticed, brothers and sisters, have we noticed actually the world is changing right now? It's really crazy because as I shared with a lot of my friends, in these last 2 years, I'm not able to travel because I'm stuck in Singapore. I'm not able to travel, but my business continued to expand everywhere and anywhere. Yeah. So when I look back, I think more about this sentence: life is a matter of choices, and every choices make you. I think this is really so true. And I'm very, very thankful. 10 years ago, even though I took a leap of faith, I didn't know whether I'm going to succeed over here, but I took the leap of faith. Why? Because I saw so many things. Okay. And of course, first of all, we need to understand what is an opportunity. Okay. Okay. And over here, what is the business of the future? You got to do a futuristic business. The funny thing is, when I was in banking, I remember my first role in the bank. Actually, prior to me becoming a relationship manager, I had a short stint of about 1 year as a FX trader. Can you imagine? This is really my first job. I didn't say so much about it, but when I recall back, I had a few months stint as a FX trader. When I went into the dealing room on the first day, when I went to the dealing room, one of my senior actually told me, he said, "Alan, you shouldn't be joining us because this is a sunset industry." Can you imagine, right? You graduate from the school, you finally, it was a difficult time for me to look for a job. Why? Because I graduated during the Asian financial crisis, whereby it was really hard to come by. And can you imagine, when I got my first job, I went to the office, I report to the office on the first day, my senior got to tell me, "Alan, you come and join the wrong industry because the Forex trading is a sunset industry." Can you imagine how my heart sank at a point in time? So if you ask me, right, from that I learned, we cannot join a sunset industry. We need to look for a sunrise industry. And what is considered a sunrise industry? Now, what is considered a good business and a sunrise industry? It's a business whereby it's able to solve people's daily problem. Now, when you're able to solve people's daily problem, you have a good business and you have a perpetual business. Now, we're looking at, of course, health. We're looking at, of course, beauty, and we're looking at, of course, opportunity, because no one will reject health, agree? No one will reject beauty, and no one will reject opportunity. Whether you're looking at this from now, or maybe 10 years or 20 years later, no one will reject health, or even 50 to 100 years later, nobody will reject health, nobody will reject beauty, and nobody will reject opportunity. Yeah, and more importantly, with this digital economy, and right now, can you imagine? Even though I stay put in Singapore, I'm able to grow my business globally at my fingertips, whereby I can build it anytime and anywhere. And once you have that, right, I can tell you, this life is going to be amazing. Now, with great resignation, it also means that there's a great amount of talents looking for new jobs and opportunities, because a lot of people quit the job, right? A lot of people are just fed up with the job, right? Now, you think about it. Now, if you have a platform whereby people are able to build a riskless business around the world, and right now there's so many raw materials, because a lot of people are just sick and tired of the job and they just quit in masses, okay? And therefore, you think about it. And right now, all we need is just a beautiful, right platform. Now, Now, leaders, now, brothers and sisters, before I came into the business, I always felt that, MLM is something that people frown upon. Because direct selling used to have a very, very bad name. Honestly, I'm no exception, because 10 years ago, if you come and talk to me, I would say no as well, because I didn't understand the industry. And I'm always very, very thankful to my mentors who always, Mr. Rain Ho, he told me about this. He said, Alan, it's not because MLM cannot do, it's because we don't have talented people running the business. Now you think about it. If you're able to attract a group of talented people to come and join you, actually, it doesn't matter what you do. You're going to do it very well anyway. Agree? Right? So Mr. Lee Ka-shing actually said this. There are two ways to start a business. You can either build the business or you can leverage on it. Now, because my dad is a businessman, is an entrepreneur. My grandfather is an entrepreneur. I know running your own traditional business is not easy. You have a lot of problems. The problems are A to Z, there's so many problems. And therefore, I know I want a business, but at the same time, honestly, I do not have the courage to build one, because I know it's going to take years, and there are people building the business for years and they haven't even meet profitability. On the contrary, some people build the business because they don't have the courage, they don't have the expertise, they don't have the financial means. And when they meet a terrible period right now, the pandemic, I see a lot of businesses close down. So I choose to learn to do it the smart way. And the smart way is to leverage. You've got to leverage on what they already have. Now, why Nu Skin? A lot of brothers and sisters will ask me, Alan, why? A lot of people ask me, Alan, why do you leave a top banking job to come and join an MLM? Because I see Nu Skin not just as an MLM company. Honestly speaking, from day one, when I joined the business until now, I never once felt that I'm an MLMer, if there's such a name for it. I never felt that I'm doing MLM. On the contrary, I felt that, there's such a great company. It's a New York Stock Exchange listed company with great technology, and this is what we call the H-Lock. H-Lock is a great technology whereby, it's able to reset human genes. We're talking about human genomes over here. And therefore, and most importantly, this company allows me the opportunity to take part and grow together with the company, and allows me profit sharing. I think this is very important. And I'm sure we've heard a lot of times about Apple, about LV, about Hermes. Today you can walk into the shop, you can walk into Toyota, you can buy a Toyota, you can buy LV, you can buy Hermes, or you can even buy Apple phones. But will the company ever share the profit with you? The answer is no, because we are nobody, right? To be honest. But look at this, Nu Skin has been listed in the New York Stock Exchange since 1996. It has been around for so many years. In today's world, there's no way one could grow a global business without partnership. And most importantly, we know that we are partnering a Forbes 100 most trustworthy company. Yeah. So what does Nu Skin do? Nu Skin does product R&D, manufacturing, distribution, marketing materials, inventory, drop shipping. Nu Skin does your logistics, account management, auto shipping, websites, incentive, order processing, pay your commissions promptly every month, provide you the supply chain, hire the staff and the management staff to look after the business and look after the shops and all that, and provide technical support and product specialists, facilities management, and most importantly, every new country that they go to, you don't have to lift a finger. You just bring your passport, you fly in, and straight away you can do your business. So what do we do? As a business partner of this great company, we just have to open our mouth, share the product with the customers, and open our mouth and share the business opportunities with others. And I always jokingly saying that, the partnership is just like a husband and wife. Imagine Nu Skin being the husband do everything. The wife just open the mouth and share the product and share the business, and the husband will pay the wife millions and millions of dollars. Now, let me ask you, my dear friends, would you want a partnership like this? Would you want to partner a great company like Nu Skin like this, whereby they do everything for you? You just have to do 2 points, and they are able to share the millions and millions of profit with you. Now, when I start to understand what this business is all about, without hesitation, I know this is where I think I want to grow, for the next 10, 20, even 30 years. Now, think about it. We're talking about a high leverage but an infinite residual returns. But at the same time, there's zero risk to do a global business. Now, when I was in banking, when I was talking to my private banking clients, we're always talking about risk commensurate returns. For you to get high returns, you need to assume a high risk. Now, over here is totally the opposite, because you can have high leverage returns, but at the same time, you have zero risk for global business. And this is crazy. And with a digital platform, technically, it doesn't matter where you are located. Whether you are right now, you're listening to me from Sydney, London, Paris, New York, or even in Hawaii, it really doesn't matter, because the world is already flat right now. And most importantly, with the Velocity Comp plan, the rewards are even more attractive. The reason why we're paying the top dollars is because we want to attract the top talents. Now, Nu Skin is willing to pay the top dollars to attract all the talents. And remember what I said, when you have a platform whereby you're able to attract all the talents, you will be successful. Yeah. And most importantly, this is a legacy business. Why do I say that? It's because I can build the business for 5 years, for 10 years. And the day when I decide that I want to retire, I can pass it on to my children. Now, think about it, my dear friends. If today, whether I'm a CEO of a company, or whether I'm a CFO or even the managing director of a company, even though I spent 30 years in the company, can I ask my boss, can I ask my chairman? Imagine I'm the CEO and I just ask the chairman, I say, Chairman, next year I'm going to retire from my business. Can I pass this MD position? Can I pass my CEO position to my children? What do you think the answer is going to be? The chairman will probably ask me to fly kite, isn't it? Okay, all right. So most importantly, and over here, I think we're hitting the sweet spot. And why do I say the sweet spot? Is because as more and more people stay at home, the home-based economy becomes the new normal, as growing number of people shop, study, work, realize the importance of the booming digital economy. And Nu Skin came out with this thing called the MySite. It's a personalized e-commerce website, making it easy for all the new people to sign up. And can you imagine? There's one time I was talking to one of my potential business partners, and he was very, very shocked because he spent 8,000 ringgit to build his own website. And the moment I shared the MySite with him, he said, "Do you mean that Nu Skin give this to everyone?" I said, "Yes. As long as you click on the link, as long as you sign up, you can already own your own MySite. And you can have the countries, the different portals and of different countries, and you can straight away start your business." He said, "My gosh, this is really amazing." And think about it. Our Nu Skin partners, Amazon Web System in America, AliCloud, and Tencent in China for the e-commerce logistics. And I was told by my China leaders, the morning you click on the Nu Skin website, by afternoon, the product already reached the home. Can you imagine? This is the speed that we are growing at, because through Nu Skin, we are able to partner with Amazon, Tencent, and AliCloud, which are all the big companies. Now, can you imagine if I were to do the business alone? Who am I? Who am I to talk? Who am I to negotiate with all these big companies? It's almost impossible. And most importantly, I really want to thank this platform called Zoom. Zoom has changed the way we do the business. New people are able to meet on Zoom and communicate with our team members, making cross-border contacts. There's one point in time, one of my business builder was sharing with me, he is based in Singapore. Now, his builder is an Indonesian nurse, residing in Saudi. Okay, so I say this again. Okay, my downline, he's a Singaporean based in Singapore, talking to a downline who is an Indonesian nurse based in Saudi, and she was prospecting a Mexican, residing in New Zealand, and they closed this person a Lumi Spa. Can you imagine? This is how complicated, but that's the way it is. Zoom has already changed the way we do the business, because I was telling all my business partners 10 years ago, if I have to go to Jakarta, I have to fly to Jakarta. If I have to go to Brunei, I have to fly to Brunei. I got to book the air tickets. I got to book the hotel. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to travel. I got to drive, hours and hours, and there's one time I went for an appointment in the borders of in this place called Sungai Petani, is between the Malaysian and the Thai border. I have to drive all the way up, and that day itself I drove 1,000 kilometers. And today, all my dear friends, all you have to do is just press one button. you can be in London, Paris, New York at the same time. Okay. All right. And most importantly, if you ask me why I like this company, Nu Skin is not a direct selling company. It's not just a direct selling company. Nu Skin is a science-based company. And why do I say that? It's because we have a 75 PhD anti-aging scientific team covering multiple anti-aging areas. Now, if I'm just a sole proprietor, do I have the financial means to engage all these scientists to work with me or work for me? The answer is a right no. Okay, but over here, you are able to have access to this world-class science-based company, across, and you have access to all the R&D at no cost. No cost, absolutely no cost. You don't have to pay even for the monthly salary. This is crazy, right? Can you imagine? And most importantly, our product innovation over the years, and you can see for yourself, ageLOC is already a 10 billion brand, a 10 billion brand. Okay, and most importantly, in 2009, we started our first ageLOC series. And after that, I came in the year of 2011, during the R Square LTO, I came into the R Square LTO. Can you imagine when I just joined, let's say 2010 and 2011, do I get to see that there's a new TR90? Do I know that there's going to be a Wise Band? Do I know that there's going to be ageLOC Me, or even a Nutriol, or even, the reset, the most recent reset? I don't know. At that point in time, I only saw R Square. I didn't know what the future product is going to be. But, I came with a leap of blind faith, and I came and I trust the company because I saw the people doing the business. I saw the technology of the company. I know this company will go very, very far. And indeed, in the last 10 years, Nu Skin has proven time and time again, the products are so innovative. And I'm very, very thankful. Over the years, they've given us so many opportunities. And if you ask me, what is going to be the products for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years? I don't know. But I can tell you, brothers and sisters, the product will definitely be very, very good. The product will be cutting edge technology. And Nu Skin will not ask me for any single cent and gives me the distribution right to all these products at no cost. And no cost. And this is really amazing. Okay. And think about it. The secret weapon you cannot even copy. Even if they reveal the ageLOC technology to you, are you able to duplicate? You can't. It's not like LV. All they need to do is just take an LV bag, look at the materials of the bag, and straight away, maybe 3, 6, or even 9 months down the road, a duplicated bag that looks like a real LV bag is out there in the market. But today, ask yourself this: will anyone want to buy a fake Galvanic Spa? Will anyone want to eat fake supplements? Will anyone want to make the fake, the Nu Skin Galvanic gel or anything like that? Because we know that it's of no use, because they can't even copy. And most importantly, we know that Nu Skin has got this 500 million, gene data point, whereby they are 10, 20, or even 30 years ahead of the nearest competitor. Yeah, and therefore, whatever that we come out with, you don't have to worry because there's no competition at all. Yeah, and most importantly, Nu Skin, we are the first anti-aging company to be featured by Discovery Channel, not just once, but twice. What does it tell you about the credibility of this company? If it is able, because Discovery Channel, you cannot pay even for advertisements, but Discovery Channel notices that this company has got the right cutting edge technology, and therefore we're being featured twice in the last 10 years. Okay, and over here, I think all of us are very, very excited because some of you guys have seen it, some of you guys have tasted it, some of you guys are looking forward towards it. It's what we call the better solution for your metabolic health. Now think about it. Why did Nu Skin come up with this product at this point in time? Because a lot of people overwork. Am I right to say that? Now we live in an always on chaotic world because of what we call the modern lifestyle. So what is the modern lifestyle? It's about long working hours, sleeping poorly, stress, work too much, eating on the run, and the boss is always calling you 24/7. And this is what we call and guess what? 90% of the consumers agree that the modern lifestyle is taking a toll on the body. And that's why they are right. And that's the reason why they did a mass resignation, because they physically and mentally, they can't take it anymore. And guess what? Only 1 in 8 of us is considered metabolically healthy. Means that 88 of us are metabolically unhealthy. Now, am I right to say 88% is actually the bulk of the population? Now, if the bulk of the population is not healthy, so what should we do? And therefore, Nu Skin come out with this great product called the Reset. And in Taiwan, it was sold out in 10 seconds. In Korea, it was sold out in 40 minutes. Singapore sold out in 4 hours, of which the 2 hours because the system hang. Okay, technically, we only sold out in 2 hours. Thailand sold out in 6 minutes, and Vietnam sold out in 2 days. You know, everywhere is sold out. Everywhere people want it. Why? Because there's a demand for it. Everyone is feeling stressed out. Yeah. Okay. So if you ask me, brothers and sisters, Reset is really your opportunity. Leverage on the Reset LTO to grow your global network. Okay. Now, if you ask me, I get very, very excited because in December, you know, a lot of our teammates, you know, they leverage on this thing, they grow the global network, and everyone is happy because a lot of raw materials, a lot of new people saw the business opportunities. And more importantly, I want to ask you that, as we all know, the overweight population in Asia. Now look at Malaysia, you know, and look at Thailand, and look at Singapore, and look at Philippines. You know, all these are really, really the obese countries. Yeah, and think about what we have done well. You know, ST, what we have done well in the past. You know, we've done so well in our TR90. It has already been the #1 selling product in Malaysia for 5 years, and in Singapore for 4 consecutive years. Now you think about it. You know, if we were to just combine these two together, the Reset and our TR90 together, do you think that there will be such a big market? Because people are stressed out and people are overeating, and at the same time they want the effects of both. Yeah, and think about it, global anti-aging enterprise is about to begin. You know, when you do this, when you start sharing the product with people around you, when we share the business opportunity with the people around you, and using Zoom, you can talk to people anywhere and everywhere, and you can start your global anti-aging enterprise, or even what I call the global anti-aging empire. Yeah, at no risk, okay? So look at the amazing values of this company. Yeah, allows you to build a passive and exponential income. Yeah, it allows you to have a scalable global business, and most importantly, it allows me to build a legacy. So whether I spend 10 years building it, or whether I spend 20 years of building it, it's still passable to my next generation, and every bit of it is really worth the effort. Now, how do we succeed? You know, how are we guaranteed to be successful? Because I can tell you, even if you're just doing Nu Skin itself, you only succeed half. Because in order for us to complete the other half, we need success together. Yeah, because success together is a proven, you know, world-class system. It's really a proven world-class system. And why do I say that? Look at the number of millionaires that we've got. Yeah, and success together, look at today, you know, and maybe a lot of you guys are just participating today, but do you know that our crew has spent months and months preparing for this convention and preparing for this LTS? And even though you might be sitting at the comfort of your house, or you could be dialing in from overseas, it could be from US, UK, Australia, or any parts around the world, you can now access our global online training. And not just that, Success Together over the last 21 years has got these business tools, and most importantly, we have a coaching, you know, elite from industry elite, you know, whereby we have so many selfless leaders, even though they already make millions and millions of dollars, they are willing to spend the precious time and to give back to the system, because we have gotten so much from the system that each and every one of us, even though all the millionaires, we are willing to stand up and give back and contribute back to the system, because we know we have benefited so much, and we want all of you guys to benefit from it as well. So our success can be duplicated because it's a proven system. Now today, don't have to doubt anymore. It's just like you never doubted Raffles Institution, whether it's going to be the best school. It is already the best school. Yeah, you don't have to doubt Success Together, because over here we've created so many millionaires, we have duplicated so many success, and everyone around the world, a Nu Skin world, everyone is talking about Success Together. When you go overseas, when you go to a US convention, you know, when everyone will start to ask you, you know, and you say you belong to Success Together, and everyone will give you that look to say that they are so envious that we joined the right team, because we've got the right system. Yeah, and over here, as you can see, every new launch of new products, we've got so many leaders, being recognized. Yeah, and over last night, I think you have seen so many new $1 Million Circle member. And over here, I really want to say congratulations. And whatever you've seen today is only the tip of the iceberg, because we have already got the right duplication model, and the number of millionaires will continue to duplicate for many, many years to come, because we've already seen the momentum coming up right now. Yeah. So every industry revolution is an opportunity to create a wealth for a group of people who had the privilege to capitalize on it. But these doors were never really open to ordinary people like myself. Now, for once, we have this opportunity to participate in and benefit from the wellness revolution because of the Nu Skin great vision to share wealth with its distributors. I'm very, very ordinary. I wanted to start my business, but I didn't know how. And I'm very, very thankful that I met Success Together. And together with Nu Skin, we formed a partnership, we formed this collaboration. And over the last 10 years, even though I don't know how to do the business, I just listen to whatever the system taught me how to do it. Yeah. Okay. So when I look back, life is really a matter of choice, because I really can't imagine, had I continued to be in the banking, myself and my wife, had we both continued to be in the banking, I can tell you the road that we continue to travel will become narrower and narrower and narrower because of our age. Yeah, because maybe I could be doing very well in my 30s. Maybe I can work 12 hours, 14 hours, or 16 hours for my boss in my 20s and 30s. But can I do the same when I'm in my 40s and 50s? I can tell you the answer is obviously no. So I want to borrow our COE Nicholas. He's very, very famous. 人生一定要精彩，人生一定要辉煌，人生不可以白来。It simply means that, the life must be colorful. Our life must be glorious, and do not live in vain. Today, I'm so glad, together with a group of like-minded, millennials or like-minded entrepreneurs, whether they are millennial or not a millennial, it really doesn't matter. Right-minded people. We just have to gather the right-minded people. We can travel around the world. We can enjoy, build the business together, and enjoy these fruits of harvest together. Yeah. And over here, some of I just want to share, with some of my brothers and sisters, even though I was a very, very skeptical person, I'm now able to fulfill my dreams and my family's dream. Even though last time I took a huge leap of faith, a lot of people in the banking industry thought I was crazy, for quitting my job, because I was at the peak of my career. They thought I was crazy, because I joined something that has not been proven. I joined something that a lot of people frowned upon. And a lot of people ask me, actually, why do you do that? Now, on the hindsight, when I look at this, I start to understand, the more I do the Nu Skin business, the more I understand, actually, the reason why we all come here is because we have unfulfilled dreams, whether it's your dream, whether it's your family's dream, whether you're fighting it for yourself, or you're fighting it for your spouse, or you're fighting for your loved ones, you're fighting for your dad, your mom, your children, or you want to lead by example, this is the best place to come to. Yeah, I'm very, very thankful to Success Together. And over the last, recently, I received a letter from the Australian government. It's inviting, my wife, myself, and my 2 children to go to Australia to start a new life. Okay. And when I got this letter, I'm very, very, very thankful. I can imagine, had I stayed in private banking, myself and my wife, maybe we can send our children to overseas education as well. But guess what? There's no way we can accompany them 24/7. There's no way we can relocate and pack up and just go just like that to this foreign land because job is still a job, and no matter how high my income is, I'm never able to uproot myself, just go like that. And because if I have to go over there, means that I have to start all over again. But over here, I'm very, very thankful. The decision that I made 10 years ago, it start to fulfill one by one itself, the dream of moving over there. Yeah. So brothers and sisters, I just want to ask you for your time this morning. If you continue to do what you're doing, would you be able to achieve financial freedom? Would you be able to spend more time with your family? Would you able to relocate, to be anywhere for them, be there for them, any time of the day, any time of the month, any time of the year? Are you able to do that? Now, I'm glad because 10 years ago, I made this decision. Even though it was a hard decision to make, I made the decision. And even though I faced a lot of rejections initially, I continued to pursue my dream because I know, my family's dream is important. Not just my dream, but my family's dream is also important. So when I make the commitment to come and succeed here, regardless of everything that I meet, I don't look at the problems. I only look at my goal. And 10 years later, I have this small little success, thanks to Success Together, and thanks to Nu Skin, and thanks to all my angels, Rain, Angela, Lillian, Ongi, Phyllis, from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say thank you. Because of all your encouragement, we made it today. Yeah. Okay. So never give up on your dreams. And this is what my COE3 Lillian Ong always tell me. She said, in Nu Skin, Ellen, in Nu Skin, all your dreams can come true. All of it. Yeah. Never give up on your dreams. Okay. So one heart, one people, one heart, one dream, one life. Okay. Success together to succeed. My name is Alan. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Circle of Excellence 1, Mr. Alan Tan, for your sharing. Thank you for showing us that Nu Skin can truly fulfill any dreams that we have. We are really fortunate because we are presented with the opportunity of a lifetime that not only can change our destinies, but also can transform the lives of many people around us. We just need to make a decision and act on it.
Yes, it was such a great opportunity to hear from Alan himself. Thank you for your sharing, Alan.